Call it what you want. But I'm telling you right now, every fucking Kai Cenat, IShowSpeed, DDG, what's that dude's name? Plague Max, like all of them dudes, all sold out. All sold their souls. They don't understand it, how they sold their soul. But people tend to think that, well, you have your basic idiotic Christian, forgive me, who says, oh, you can't sell your soul because it's not yours to sell, it's God's. I'm like, well, I get that. I understand that. But if that was the fucking case, and you couldn't sell your soul, blah blah blah, then Satan couldn't do anything to us because, oh, well, we've already been saved, and yada yada yada, blah blah blah, so that's how it should be. But it's not like that. Selling your soul isn't, hell, I put my fucking, I mean, yes, you do a blood contract, and you sign in with your blood because your blood is your soul essence in the physical world. That's, when your blood drains from your body, your soul disappears too. So it's intertwined in some way, molecularly and spiritually, or however you want to fucking look at it. Either way. So selling your soul is compromise, oh, well, I don't like gay people, but if I sign this contract, I can't say anything else about gay people. I can't say anything else about these people or anybody. You are put in a square box, all right, and you're told to conform. And if you don't want to conform, that's okay. They're not going to fight you and try to make you do it. Well, I won't say in the beginning they won't, but they're not going to fight you for it because they already gave you the ultimatum. Hey, join us and keep your fucking mouth shut, or speak your mind, do whatever the fuck you want, tell the truth. We don't care, but you're not going to do it with us. And I just watched a fucking video the other day. This rapper, I don't know who the fuck he is, some nobody, fucking retard, was like, yeah, I had these three Japanese guys, filthy rich Japanese guys, and like, $2, $3, $4 million cars, whatever. Yeah, they invite me out for a photo shoot and they pay me this much amount of money, yada yada yada. And then he says, yeah, and then they asked me to come to his their Korean barbecue spot, I guess, afterwards, and then pretty much told him, hey, just a heads up, we're gonna fuck you in your ass, and then you can have anything you want in this world, anything. And they even went above and beyond and was like, we're probably going to fuck you, and we're going to give you AIDS, and you're going to have to battle through AIDS, but once you're good, boom, you have an unlimited amount of money to whatever you want. But that's how they do it, like, I've heard stories with Joe Rogan that, yeah, you know what, Joe Rogan has the spot that he has, but there's been somehow, one way or another, there's been some type of dormant, like, contagion or poison or something bad that, through frequency, or I believe through frequency, or maybe it's through something, other means, I'm not really sure, but through something like that, it's able to be activated because it's dormant right now. And what they say is that the reason why they do this is because nobody wants to see a person just happily, quietly retire and then just disappear from the scenes. Everybody wants to see a crash out. Everybody wants to see, some fucking horrible shit. Like Paul Walker. Paul Walker was killed somehow or another, and how did he go out? He went out in a ball of fucking flames. Michael Jackson. He went out fucking talking shit and saying Sony is this and Tommy Mottola is the devil, blah blah blah. And what happened to him? Boom, took it out. They and the reason why they do that is because it creates publicity. And if you're a Michael Jackson and you have that much money or that much music, all that money in music, once you start popping off again because now you're talking shit, your music skyrockets, and then when you die, it fucking like turns to 100-fold. But all your fucking streamers have sold out. They don't understand it yet because they just don't get it. But the one dude, Plague Max, openly admitted that, yeah, there's just certain things we got to stay quiet about, and if I don't want to stay quiet about it, then I don't get to fucking enjoy the stuff the amenities that I'm being given, and my whole thing is that's selling your soul. You literally cannot, when you give up your morals and maybe not all of them, but when you fucking give up your morals like that, and that's giving up everything, you know? You're essentially a slave, whether it's a physical slave or a mental slave, to whatever fucking record label, people, entity, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's literally how it works, you know? And what happens is that these people, they drain you from your energy, you know? They violate you in your motherfucking ass because it does something psychologically. And if they get to you as a child, it apparently opens up psychic abilities, which I don't know how true that is. I don't really want to fucking find out. But through Aleister Crowley, apparently in his book, that's what he mentioned, that if you get them before 3 or around 3 or at the latest 3 years old, that it opens a portal up that makes it so that they have psychic abilities or some type of, you know, psychic telekinesis. Not telekinesis, but you get what I'm saying. And all they're doing is placing demons inside you, you know, and yeah, demons can do good things for you, you know, like the demons that, you know, that these people are summoning and this and that. Yeah, they gain a ton of knowledge. There's good stuff in it, but like I said, it comes with a fucking price, man. And if you're stupid enough to do it, then fucking do it. But I'm just not dumb enough to do it. And I know people are probably gonna hate me when I say this. Maybe they won't. Whatever. I really don't give a shit because it's my life. It's not your life. So what does it matter? But you know, people probably still wonder why I don't do music anymore. You know, and I won't say that I won't ever do music, but as far as me striving and doing this all day, everything, and trying to quit my job to make music and to support myself, like, fuck all of that. Like, that's how I feel. Why? And people are gonna be like, nah, dude, like, that's just, you're just fucking fear-mongering. But I don't care who you are. I don't care if you make fucking Christian music. If you hit a certain threshold, Mark, just fucking listen. If you hit a certain threshold, you are approached. And when you are approached, you are asked to join. If you don't join, then they send you on your merry way. But you get no help. You get blackballed and you get no help. And you try to fucking fend for yourself in that fucking shitty ass fucking place we call Hollywood. You know? But it happens to everyone. Everyone. Like, you think for 1 second that blue-haired fuck streamer douchebag, you know, didn't get filthy rich and then meet Drake and have Drake on his stream, you know, and he did it all on his own? Yeah, fuck out of here. Like, Drake is a fucking mental sex slave and whatever you want to call it, and he's a part of it too. You know what I'm saying? They all are a part of it. And I guess what makes them feel better is that they're able to have friends there, so it's a little bit more enjoyable, you know, instead of being by yourself and fucking, you know, having to sit there and dwell on the fucked up shit that you did to get to wherever the fuck you wanted to go. But I just don't want it that bad. And I understand that, you know, this goes to anybody, producers, anybody. Just, you know, even like somebody like Valentine. Valentine is getting so big right now that he's going to hit a threshold. It might take him 5 years. It might not take him 5 years. It just depends on who catches him or who sees him or whatever the case is. But it can happen to anybody, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. And they're not going to just come out and say, oh, yeah, here, sign your name in blood. Like, they're going to fucking coerce you to do this shit. But it's baby steps. Take inches by inches by inches until eventually you turn around and you're like, holy fuck, I'm in this building. How the fuck did I get in here? You know? That's how it works. Yes, is there a lot more information that, you know, that I could, you know, talk about? Yeah, of course, but, you know, a lot of that shit is all specifics, and there's no really, not really a point to make specifics, I guess, in that aspect, I guess. But they're all doing it. That's why streaming is becoming so popular right now, and that's why every fucking hit or record breaker, as far as, like, you know, Bruno Mars or people like that, that's why they're all fucking joining and trying to get on their streams, because they know that that's the wave. And I'm sure that their handlers or whoever's behind it all is you know, encouraging that as well. You know what I mean? But mark my words, they all have fucking sold out, man. It's impossible to get around. It's like, you know, trying to, you know, take over the Monopoly board when they own the fucking Monopoly board and everything in it and the money. Like, this is their whole fucking system. And people still can't understand why, man, no, just do it on your own, man. Just do it on your own. Like, you don't get it. You're gonna hit a fucking wall, and when you hit that wall, if you don't join and you're that much more you're a huge influencer, they might just say fuck you and take your fucking life, or you might get into a car accident or whatever the case is. That's literally how easy it is, man. But don't believe me. Fucking do some research. Look at all the stories. Look at all the shit that's going down. Look at all the fucking people who've died already, man. But whatever. Don't believe me.